Hola, es Julie de Habla Inglés Academy y hoy vamos a hablar de la tarea 2 de la prueba oral del Aptis Advanced Examen. Entonces, in the second task of your oral component of the Aptis Advanced Examination, you will have to talk about a personal experience of your own. You will be asked 3 different questions that you need to reply to, and your answer needs to be structured into the form of a small mini presentation. You will have to speak for 2 full minutes, and you will be given 1 minute to prepare your answers in this task. It is recommended that you speak for approximately 1 minute about the first question, and that you then take 30 seconds to reply to the second and the third questions each. The first thing to do in this task, which is really important, is to read your questions carefully. Make sure that you understand the topic you're supposed to talk about and what exactly the questions are asking for. Look out for any keywords that might indicate the direction that your answer should go into, just to make sure that your replies are on topic. And then the next thing to do is to make some notes. You will get 1 minute to do this. So just make sure that you write down keywords and include some high-level vocabulary that is fitting to the topic, and include some expressions that you want to use, and also some key points that you want to mention in your answers before you start speaking. It is really important that you keep your notes short and simple so that you don't get confused during your speaking time. Do not try to write down full sentences or even your entire answer, because it will just make your speaking seem unnatural, and it will also confuse you while you actually have to speak. Then it is really important that you structure your response appropriately. Since your reply has to be in the form of a mini presentation, your answer should consist of 3 main points: a beginning, a middle, and an end part. So basically you will start off by answering the first question, which is your beginning, then you will move on to the second question, which is your middle part, and then you will reply to the final question, which is your third part. It's also really important that you link together your responses by logical connectors and sentences. It is important that you stay on topic, and your speaking task will be graded with regards to 6 different points. So that is the task fulfillment. The task fulfillment is basically just you speaking for 2 minutes straight. Then you will be graded on topic relevance. That's why it's so important that you answer to the questions correctly and don't sway off into any other topics that are not asked for. You will also be graded on grammatical range and structures. That's why you should try to include some high-level grammatical structures and expressions, which you can write down in your notes before you start the task. You will be graded on vocabulary range and accuracy. So make sure the vocabulary you use is appropriate for the questions you are asked, and try to include some higher level words that you know in order to really demonstrate that you have a thorough grasp of the English language. You will be graded on pronunciation, but that doesn't mean you should worry about your accent. Your examiner will most likely be very experienced and understand a very large variety of accents, so you'll be graded on pronunciation but not on the way you speak, so don't worry about that. And lastly, you will be graded on fluency and cohesion, and that's why it's so important to make sure you link together your sentences correctly, that you speak as fluently as possible. So in order to prepare for this task, you should train yourself with a stopwatch or a timer, both to make sure that you can speak for 2 minutes so that you're able to fill the required time. That's really important. And you should also practice the preparation process, because you will be under time pressure and you will only get 1 minute, so you should practice that beforehand and make sure that you're able to prepare a good response within the 1 minute time limit. That's everything, and if you keep all of these things in mind and if you prepare well, there is no reason why you won't succeed in this task. And that's everything for today. Muchas gracias y buena suerte!